Welcome to the Blue Cup in the Attic. This Blue Cup in the Attic is called The Spies versus Your Senses. And I'm not talking about all of your senses. Your sense of touch is probably not going to help you any when it comes to being spied on. But you guys, I don't know which one of these I want to do first, but I do want to ask you guys, please pay attention to your senses. Sometimes we will let things roll over our head or go over our head because we did not see it. We smelled it, but we did not see it. So maybe not of it being true or not. Or we did not hear it. We saw it. See two people talking. You just assume that they're not talking about this, but they're talking about that, but they were really talking about that. You know what I'm saying? You have to, if you feel like you're being spied on, you really have to use your senses. And I can say, thank goodness that I have senses. Some people are born without some of their senses, the sense of hearing, the sense of taste, believe it or not, the sense of smell, and or there's a lack thereof. I do know that how God created us, that when one of your senses is lacking or completely gone, your other senses will take over. For instance, if you were born blind, and blind people can attest to this, or partially blind, you probably have a wonderful sense of smell. Okay. Likewise, if you have something wrong with your nostrils where you can't smell that well, then you probably have excellent eyesight. Okay. Which contributes to one of the reasons why when you die, you are still able to hear 2 hours after your death, up to 2 hours. Let me say that. A lot of people don't know that. I know when my mother passed away and we all ran into that room. First of all, my mother was already deceased. Okay. I have to keep it real. My mother was already deceased, but the hospital had to go ahead and do their little thing, you know. And so when I went in to visit my mother, before I dropped the kids off for school, went to visit my mother and in the hospital. And you guys, my mother was a soldier in her own right. And she literally, I could see her eyes just barely blinking. She was gone. And what I mean by that is that I went and talked to my mom. I went up to her bed, you know, in the room, and I said, "Mom, you gotta come through this. You gotta wake up because you want to see Jordan graduate. That's my son." And she loved him dearly. They were very, very close. She claimed him as being her favorite grandchild, you know, and she didn't care who knew it. You know, Jordan was it. My mom was just that type of person. She was very verbal, and if she had something to tell you, she would tell you. And I will say this, if my mother was living, I would be on easy street, basically. Not saying I want my mom to kill some people, but my mom would have shot at least 3 of these people by now. She would not, don't mess with Kimmy, you know. And as much as we battled it out verbally, we both loved each other dearly, and with or without being said. And you know, I guess internally we both had these, don't mess with my mama, don't mess with my daughter, you know. But on the external, you know, we had our battles and people knew about them. So, but that's not what this is about. I'm saying this because my sense of hearing, I'm going to start there. And actually, I'm going to start with the sense of taste. I'll start at the bottom. Even though my sense of taste had absolutely a little bit more than touch, my sense of taste, touch is out. Okay, sense of taste would be 10%, but it's not my tasting. Not quite. I love to cook. I love to come up with recipes. Some of you know that already. I mean, I season to perfection. And while at my other apartment, of course, I'm cooking smothered steak. I'm cooking roast beef. I'm cooking, roast with potatoes and carrots, the whole thing, and coming up with recipes and things like that. Meatloaf balls, where they're literally meatloaf balls. You got your own couple or two or three meatloaf balls. I mean, if that's what you want. I mean, instead of just having a big meatloaf, just all kinds of stuff. And I come home and someone's been in my my porridge, like the three bears. Someone would, not all the time I'd cook, and I did not cook often at that apartment because I wasn't there for 6 months. Slept in my vehicle, as some of you know. Keep up with me with the Blue Cup in the Attic. Go to my YouTube page and join the channel, as well as here. This is, well, I mean, as well as here, wherever this is posted, And so, but when I would cook something that even I would want to taste if I were a spy, I mean, not only did it taste good after tasting, it was visually delectable. You could see that this was something awesome. And so I guess that got to the best of my spy. And I say spy because I don't know who would come into my apartment and do this, but it just got to the best of them. They had to come in, and I got an idea who it was, because the guy above my head that would spy on me, he would see me cooking, but the cameras are there as well, so you really don't know who this is. But make a long story short, I would come home and you can tell someone tasted my meatballs, or someone, there was two things that I cooked, I can't remember, and I knew that someone had been in my kitchen besides the cameras. Okay. So not necessarily my sense of taste, but and this could be more visual for me, on the vision side, for me and you, for myself and you guys. So I'm going to go up a notch. Okay. So I talked about sense of touch is out, sense of taste, even though it's not my taste, start paying attention to that, people coming in and tasting your food. And as a matter of fact, I just apologize. If you go to the Blue Cup in the Attic page on G+, I just apologize to someone by the name of Junior. For some reason, my videos were not showing up, all of them on in that collection. So what I did was went to YouTube, because they're definitely posted on YouTube, and linked them to the Blue Cup in the Attic page. Okay. And so I just so happened to see duplicates. I'm like, where are these dupes coming from? They weren't there a few minutes ago. So what I did was went to all my videos, started at the bottom from the first time I posted, and went all the way up. And the ones that said, Blue Cup in the Attic, TBCITA, I copy pasted on that page if it wasn't already there. And as well as the text for the video. Well, did a refresh some hours later, and as a matter of fact, about 30 minutes ago, and I noticed they're dupes. These videos were not there, you guys, okay? Which is really funny. This is getting really, really weird. I have so much to tell you guys that I'm going to get into my psyche even more. So even though this is not psychiatric, I'm going to tell you guys probably some things that I personally feel is going on. Whomever is doing this to me has money, okay? They've got plenty of money, okay? All right? At the top, way at the top. So I want to say that, but stay with me. I'm saying that for a reason. But the videos were not there. They were dupes. Not all of them were dupes, but some of them were. I had to delete them. And the sad part about it, some of the text I made bold on the new post, and it wasn't bold on the, I said, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. I'm not going to worry about that. But, so someone named Junior had posted on one of these 9 weeks ago, you guys, my heart just fell because I love to respond to my followers' posts, comments, if need be. Most times, 90% of the times it is. And this person had a paragraph, actually, or long, pretty lengthy paragraph. And at the end, they were thanking me for doing this and telling their story as well of being a targeted individual, being basically, targeted, spied on. And it almost brought me to tears because I felt so bad. I looked 9 weeks ago. Why didn't I see this? Well, I probably didn't see it because that video was not showing up, and that for some reason they showed up when I started posting them from YouTube. I'm going to pause for the cause on that. Posting them from YouTube, rather. I hope I said that right. Why are they showing up now? Okay, I'm like, okay. So, Junior, I do, if you don't mind me calling you that, that's the name on your account. I really do apologize for not responding. It wasn't an oversight. It just was not there, and now it's popped up. So I do apologize to you wholeheartedly. It almost brought me to tears, like I said, because this person has a story. I don't know which video it is, but just kind of go through the Blue Cup in the Attic on the collection on Google Plus, and you will see a comment there from someone named Junior on one of the videos. Okay, and you can read his story, or her story. You never know. It could be someone using a fictitious name. Okay. So, sense of taste gone, sense of smell, sense of touch, taste. Let's go up to sense of, let's see, hearing and seeing. And I may be missing one of these, honestly. You guys, sight, I'm going to do first. You see it, it's there, okay? You know when you left your apartment that you did this, that, and the other, but you come back and this, that, and the other is not the way that you left it. Or you just come back and you see a square that's cut out in your kitchen, true story, in your kitchen wall. And you can see where the square was actually cut. But you know that was not like that when you left. And you're scratching your head because you did kind of smell chemicals a little bit, but not to the point where it would spark anything. You're like, okay, what is going on? Okay. You guys start paying attention. Please start paying attention. And if you hear the noise, one of the reasons for the noise is because I got up on one. I'm sure I have covered up multiple cameras. My little spies thought that I was not joking with them, and I have delayed this, I must admit, doing this. But I have gotten up in one of my walls, not in one of my walls. I got up and I literally covered up, I'll say, over 3/4 of one of my walls at the very top above my back door and back window in the living room with Mylar. And there's some people who are not happy. You know, when you do something like that, just sit back and watch the show. One of the guys here that has one of the base apartments with all of the cameras, literally parked in front of my freaking apartment for the first time. I'm like, dude, in a different vehicle. And was like he wanted to, even though he wouldn't look right at me, but his body language. That's another thing. Pay attention to people's body language, you guys. Okay, you do something different, cover something up, start paying attention to people's body language, especially if you already know they're doing something to you, they're spying on you. Okay, watch their body language when you cover up something. Just go outside and see if they come outside. You know, do different things. Okay. Not only that, the pack of idiots that are youngsters is what I want to call them, youngsters without brains, or like walking around outside laughing kind of, but it's not a real laugh, and making noise. You probably can, they're not doing anything right now. You probably could hear them earlier. You hear that? Now I also hear something on the wall behind, and the idiots that are spying on me behind. I'm telling you, these people are. This is satanic. And oh God, I gotta say this. I talked to a lady today. God is so good, you guys. Have you guys just ever had that one person that you have never really talked to? She remembers, she sees me all the time. She said, I see you all the time. And we've talked or spoke, and I just couldn't remember. And she said some of the most beguiling things to me today, brought me to tears. One of which I said, I don't know what's going on with the manager. The manager's acting, in other words, every time I got ready to say something, she cut me off with something positive, but true, but also true. She said, oh God, what did she say when I said that? I didn't even finish my sentence. She said, it's personal. It's personal. I knew it was personal, you guys. She also told me to get on my knees and pray, something that I have done, but I need to do, and I'm going to do that if I hope I remember tonight before I go to sleep. She said some of the most interesting things to me. God will send angels to you in places, and on the aisle in the grocery store. God will send people to you to give you those encouraging words that you need to hear, to know that it's not over. You just sit back and watch the show. I got your back. You know, I already knew this, but I can't even really explain to you guys some of the stuff she was saying to me. It was just amazing. Okay. She said, which I've heard from people, God sent you here for a reason. I hope I don't cry, but I am aware of that. Even more so as every day passes by. Basically, an input. Look that up on YouTube. EMPATH. Never heard of these terms. Targeted individual. Until I started doing research and hearing things and being guided over to YouTube to look for this and that, as I mentioned in some Soup for the Souls or the Blue Cup and the Addicts. Yeah, I know. Excuse me for sniffling. You got to take on this assignment, and God, he couldn't have picked a better person, because I am a soldier and I don't quit. And even though this is getting a little off the record, even in my play sister's prayer closet, you guys didn't know this. I told him I'm ready. We were both in there, and she knew all along what was going on. What had been going on, because this is I was in my former apartment. And I said, sis, I know you think that I've lost my mind. I know you thought that I had lost my mind, because she had revelations of things that happened while I was over there with her, and I'm sure they're still happening. See, they don't like for you to bond with people. They don't want you to bond with anyone. They don't want you to find that real person that's going to really believe and know you are not crazy. I can line 10 people up and you might as well step back, because the other 9 are crazy, not you. You know, that kind of stuff. My sister, she told me, my play sister, she's my sister. I haven't talked to her, and I'd love to talk to her. I had to kick her to the curb for a moment. I'm like, sis, you know what? But we love each other, and I love my sis, and I really do. No matter what happens between us, sis, I love you. You are a hoot, and I've been missing her. I really have. But here's the deal. She in that closet. I said, Lord, I'm ready. You know, whatever you want me to do. Whatever you're asking me to do, because you guys got to realize this is not just about me. This is not just happening to me. Go on YouTube, do your research, you guys, and just make this something that you really want to find out about and be aware of, if not for your benefit, for someone else's benefit. Okay, these people are getting paid. These youngsters out here that are laughing and joking, they don't even know that they're going to prison. They have absolutely no clue. They think this is funny. They think it's a joke. They think they can just go around watching people in their apartment. No, woo woo, you cannot do that. That is illegal. See, Satan has them wrapped around his fingers. I want to say he may have 12 of them because he's satanic. He has them wrapped around his fingers. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going in and out of the podcast of the Blue Cup in the Attic. If I hung around people like that, if I hung around them, okay, they're cool. These are my friends. They're cool. And I saw just even one of them doing some bull like this. This is how strong I've always been, even in choosing friends. I'm backing up. I'm like, okay, you're crazy. I'm not going to join in. I'm not going to watch someone in their apartment, because guess what? What goes around comes around. I wouldn't want that happening to me, male or female. You know what I'm saying? So I'm backing up. I don't want to hang around you guys anymore. It's been real. I'm going to wean myself from them. Okay? That's a soldier. They're not even aware that they're going to prison, like I said, just for watching someone's ass. Excuse my language. Because they feel like they can. And this is how they get them. They pay them these $100 little credit cards, buy them vehicles and do all this, buy them weed and all of this. And they feel like they're kicking it because they are nobodies, no life. And I hate to say it like this. Nope, calling someone nobodies, not me. Saying that you shouldn't be asking that question because it's dumb, not me. Calling people dumb, not me. But you know what? It's been me here lately. You're dumb as you know what. When you sit there and let someone wrap you around their finger like that and have you doing stuff that you know in your heart you're not supposed to be doing, but because you're hanging around with your buddies, it's funny. Well, you know what? You're pretty young. You're getting older. And when you go to prison and someone gets you in the $dollar sign, like you've been watching somebody while they're washing theirs, moving right along. Okay. Because I've seen these puny dudes. I mean, they first of all, I'm going to keep it real. They're undercover gay. Okay. Most of them or what is it called? I don't know what the name is, but they're not gay, but they're gay, but they're bisexual. Okay. You can look at it. Yeah. And I'm not going to, you got to see them and you'll understand what I'm talking about. This is an adult. All my stuff is adult. And I'm like, dude, when you go to prison, bon voyage to the booty. Okay, so moving right along. So 22 minutes in, you guys. So I had to go ahead and get our taste, and all that out of the way. Your sight is a given. Start paying attention to things that you didn't leave that there. You did not leave that there. That piece of paper was not on the floor. And this is how they play with you. The mind games. It's all done in order. Okay. Everything that's going to happen to you, look at YouTube. Everything that's going to happen to you during this ordeal is going to happen at a specific time. Not necessarily clockwise or date wise, but this is planned. You go through this phase and then they take you through this phase and they take you through blah, blah, blah. Baby, good luck with that. That's all I got to say. Good luck. When you decided to put your hands, soup for the soul, putting your hands on someone, when whomever, all of y'all decided to put your hands on this one, you should have known better. Okay? There's a man called Jesus who has a father called God. That's my father. Okay? And don't you forget it. I don't care what cursing I do. I don't care what I say on here. I don't care if I say a dollar sign, or say straight out say ass. Trust me, I know who my father is. So you got a battle on your hands. So whoever told you to put your hands on me, whoever decided to put their hands on this one, you got a battle on your hands. I said it many times from the beginning when I first found out, which is the next sense. When I first found out, I got to say one more thing. When I first found out, the first thing I found out, let me go ahead and get this out of the way because I know I'm going to forget. When I first found out that I was being something was going wrong with someone hacking into my phone. Young lady, I already knew who it was. Okay, I already talked about that before. When you're getting hacked in your phone, just go outside. Chances are you're going to see who it is, okay? In most cases. When you hear doors close, when you make a statement, you know who it is, okay? They got to be pretty darn close in most cases to hacking your phone. Every time this happened, this young lady was sitting outside on the bench by my apartment, but I was on the second floor. She's downstairs on the ground, sitting on the bench. Okay, so yeah, but see, if now that I said that, I forgot what I was talking about. But no, I'm serious. They could have they couldn't have picked a better person on God's end, but they should have picked another person if they were looking for an idiot. And I said this many times over there, you got to leave me alone. Go mess with someone who, any kind of way I said it to get the pressure off of them so they can get the pressure off of me, because they should have known at some point that I was not going to give up. And see, that's the sign of the world's dumbest criminals. See, a true bona fide criminal knows when to step away from a situation. I don't care, drug dealer, whatever. They know when they need to bail out. Leave that one alone. But see, also couple along that, when you're shaving your vagina and shaking your vagina and doing whatever you doing because you shaving it, and maybe that just felt really, really good, and you being watched at the same time. I know that was graphic. I'm just keeping it real. Somebody got turned on. Well, baby, I don't know who you are, but I know you're on my page. I know you're listening to my things. Too late. When I told you to leave me alone multiple times, you and your little crew, you didn't listen. And I was telling you for your benefit, moving right along. Okay, so you're hearing, you guys, you're going to hear, for me. It was my hearing. In lieu of being hacked into my cell phone, migrated over to my computer, was listening to, well, I'll tell you what. I decided, I just posted up a Soup for the Soul, and I was just posted it up, and I was letting you guys know, when I first moved into my apartment, I did not know which bedroom I wanted to make into an office, which one I wanted to make into, my bedroom. One bedroom had a bathroom, but see, it wasn't about sleep for me. It was about business, building my businesses back up, getting back to where I used to be. That's what it was all about. Do I want a bathroom where I could just get up and go into it and then go back and sit down and work, or do I, you know what I'm saying? So I finally made that decision. Fixed the room up. Had my monitors on the desk makes an L. So I had a monitor on this side, monitor on that side. And it was about 2 a.m. I decided that I would go to sleep. Room's looking nice, a little tired, which I rarely get, but okay. I decided I'd go to sleep about 2 something in the morning. But what I did was, and this is also a collection on my Google Plus page, I listened to a 12-point. I don't know if this one's on there, but anywho, I have several, but I have a Google Plus collection called it has something about dreaming, and what it is this is music you can study by, sleep by. It has 10 hours or 12 hours of thunderstorms and rain on a tin roof. Oh my God, you guys have got to go to that page, but this, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if this particular one is on there or not, but it's 12 point something minutes, right? And so what I did was left it playing in that office while I went into my bedroom to lay down. Probably took a shower, I'm sure I did, and laid down and left the door ajar so I can hear this music coming from the other room. Felt really good, but I knew something was going on prior to that. Let me interject. Okay, don't forget to talk about the room. Okay. Another thing I noticed, cell phone. Well, let me finish this story and then I'll talk about the 3 guys that were downstairs by my vehicle. So, being only 12 minutes long as opposed to the 10-hour rain, video. Of course, I had it on loop. It was going to continue to play and play. So I lay down, and when it got onto the third, going into the fourth one, or had gotten on the fourth play, all of a sudden it stopped. Me being the technical person I am, it should not have stopped. My electricity is on. All I did was turn the monitor off, so the speakers are still on, and when I got up and went in the room, I'm like, what's going on? So when I turned the monitor on to see my display, to see what was on my screen was black or blue. I think it had booted back up, but it was stagnant. It was on the boot up screen, just sitting there. I'm like, okay, here I go, you guys, Miss Techie. It didn't take me but 5 seconds to realize that someone gave me a virus. Okay. And I said, okay, I got a virus. How is that possible when I'm not even on the internet? Electronic stalking. I'm not on the internet, but I just got a virus. I hadn't been on the internet since I moved to my apartment. I was waiting to get my internet service. How in the hell do I have a virus? I keep my stuff tight, right? Literally. I got to go on one of my laptops now, and just to let you know, when I tied down, which I haven't done, you're done. I had to say that because they've been getting in because I haven't, been in. When I tie down a computer, it's tied down like it's literally under a rock. Okay. So anywho, so I knew I had a virus. So because when I booted it back up, blue screen of death. Or the black screen, either one of them. They're both detrimental. Okay. I love it when Satan tries to play with me because guess what I did? I have more than one computer, you guys. So I unplugged the monitor on that one, or the speakers. Put the speakers on the other one. Got my USB drive and put the music on the other one and kept it moving. Hello. And it played and played and played. I just moved. I literally just turned that computer off. See, Satan don't like when you know what's going on his angels. I'm like, okay, no problem. It'll be fixed. And I'm sure they were expecting a reaction from me. And the reaction was this. I'm sitting in a chair. You may hear it kind of squeaking a little bit. Yeah, the reaction was this. I'm fixing to go to sleep. I am not worried about you guys putting a virus on my computer. Trust me, it is going to be fixed. Good night. And I know some of you guys wish you could do that. Just, someone's messing with your computer. You just, hey, bye. Bye, woo-woo. I'm out. I'm turning it off. I'll work with this tomorrow. It's no big deal. Stop wasting your time. Okay, the three guys. Here go the three guys. Three guys. The three amigos. Not trying to be funny, but they were amigos. Three amigos. I just so happen. I'm sensing all this stuff, you guys. I'm sensing some. Pay attention. All I can say is pay attention. I'm sensing something's not right. Something's not right every time I'm looking at my two of my fire detectors, smoke detectors. They're winking back at me. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is happening. And I'm like, Now no offense, some of you go right over your head. It's gone. You need to pay attention. Me, I know when I look at my freaking smoke detectors that my freaking smoke detectors are not supposed to be winking back at me. And what I mean by winking, I know that red light is not supposed to blink just because I'm looking at it. Woo! Let me say that again. That red light on your smoke detector, just because you turn and look at it, is not supposed to blink. It should have blinked before or after. Sometimes, okay, when you look at it, it blinks, but not every time. Pay attention. Pay attention. I said every time. Some of you, once again, would think it's nothing wrong with that. Me, it's something wrong with that. You're not supposed to be doing that just because I'm looking up at you. Okay? Three guys. So I'm on edge already. Three guys. Looked out my window. Blinds are closed, but they're downstairs. I don't know what prompted me to look outside. And I don't mean look outside like my blinds were open. They were tightly closed. And when I lifted the blind up, you guys, only my pupil, now no eyelashes, only my pupil could see out of that space. How did they know I was looking at them? No lights are on in the room. None. It's the darkest of the darkest of the darkest of the darkest. How did they know I was looking at them? Okay, they're all huddled up, phone in hand. At least two of them I know had phones. They're looking at their phone. They're discussing something. First of all, even though you're not directly behind my vehicle, what the hell are you doing behind my vehicle? Okay, you're up to something. You're all huddled up, three men, three ussies. And then one of them leans forward and says something to the other one, and one of them stupidly looks up. Pay attention. He had to say something about me looking down there at him, and trust me when I say there's no way he could have seen me looking because the room was completely black. Secondly, my pupil was showing out of that space. Literally, no joke. How did you know I was looking at you? And I pause for the cause. Dumb. World's dumbest criminals. See, they've been getting away with this for a long time. That whole complex. Not to put race in this, but at this point, I don't give a you know what. Guatemalans, Salvadorans, Hondurans, Mexicans. There was only about, as far as Black African people, I can count on, both of my hands, maybe, keeping it real. How many single or married or whatever the hell was going on. People had apartments over there that were my or our, if you're Black African color. The rest were like family. Everyone was related to each other. Everyone, come on, y'all. Everyone knew each other. Who's going to rat? No one's going to rat because everyone's a freaking pervert. I saw women in their vehicles watching women and people in their apartments. I'm like, lady, get your vibrator, put it up in your you know what, and have a ball. And I know that was graphic, but I meant it. Are you serious? Are you for realio? You are female, male, watching another female 90% of the first of all, let me say something. I don't care if you're a lesbian, make it do what it do. Okay, that's your business. But there are lesbians who would not sit up there and watch another woman in her home. What are you? You a freak of nature? There is no freaking way a real true lesbian. I'm just saying, a real is not gonna sit there and watch you in your freaking apartment unless something wrong with her. Because she's a lesbian for a reason. Something had to happen in her life that made her turn that way in the first damn place. So why would she be watching you, knowing the stuff that she's gone through in her life, which is probably 90%, 99% the reason why she is who she is or whom she is. Come on, let's keep it real. So, your hearing. Let me go to the hearing, and I gotta sum this up. You guys, when in that room, that was the first thing. My music stopped. Virus on the computer. Switch it out, go to sleep. That same particular morning, I had on this dress. And this was a dress that I turned into, very slinky, that I turned into something for me to sleep in. Not that I didn't have other stuff to sleep in. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to be wearing this anywhere. Let me just use this as a dress to sleep in. You know what I'm saying? Got out the shower. As a matter of fact, I know I had gotten out the shower, put this dress on. It's coming back to me. Put this dress on. No freaking underwear. I don't wear underwear. Another turn on. I don't do underwear. So when I got this dress on, I'm not quite feeling what's really going on in my life, but I'm sleeping on my baby. Now, my baby, if you look at my video about my last video on how I have to sleep, Go to YouTube. It's on the it's in the collection as well on G Plus. You will see my baby. My baby is a twin size mattress that has been with me through this whole ordeal. Literally. Okay. I'm sleeping on my baby. Okay. And legs all open. You know, I'm just doing my woo. Didn't know I was being watched the whole time. The turn on. As a matter of fact, someone got on my Google page, World's Dumbest Criminals. They put on, no, they created a page called Kimmy Wyatt on Google. The same position I was in when my dress was all the way up is the same position this woman is in on that video, on that, in that, it's just a picture. It wasn't a video. They just opened the account up. No followers, one follower. Kimmy Wyatt. And on there, she was in the same position I was in when I realized, you know what, I'm in my sleep, but I'm being watched. Something's not right. Intuition. Pull the dress down, but of course it's too late. Put the cover on you a little bit, but you know it's too late. But you sleep, but you just can't put your finger on what's going on, y'all. You hear me? That morning when I got up in that room, no, take it back. This started in the office. I had that mattress in the office first. Room is fixed up. I'm sleeping in the office. This is even before the music that I told you guys with the virus. The first night I slept in there. I slept on that mattress and I turned. And when I turned to the side, bump, 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 bump. Of course you. Oh, that's just somebody blowing their horn. Me? Dang. But I want to say the other word. That happened as soon as I turned over. But I'm still asleep, so I turn over again. Bump, 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 bump. No, 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 no. You're not going to do the bump, 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 bump 2 times when I'm asleep and I'm turning over and it's synergistically, or better yet, simultaneously happening every time I turn over. Now, that's not fit to happen. Something's going on. You, on the other hand, that's just somebody blowing their horn. Or some of you. No, 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 baby. You're not just blowing your horn. You are blowing your horn. And you're not just blowing your horn like you're turning, engaging or disengaging your alarm. No, you are blowing your horn like little boy Blue every time I turn over to the side, letting someone know something's going on. What is going on? Either you looking at me by yourself, something's because some camera, something's going on. So I get up. The next night, I took the mattress, my baby, into the other room. That's when I left the music on, the virus and all that, and laid down with this dress on. It was a test. I said, now I'm taking this damn mattress. Excuse my language. This is what I'm thinking. I didn't say this, but I'm taking this damn mattress in here in this other room. Now, if I heard that damn bump up, a dump, bump, bump, and all that when I turned over, it was planned for me to take it in there, but it wasn't planned for me to think that I was going to hear it. Because one thing you got to realize, you got to think maybe it was just me. Okay. So I was kind of between maybe it's just me and is this really something. And trust me, the something is going to be just that. You can't quite put your finger on it, but something is not right. I go to sleep, y'all. And guess what? You already know what happened. I turn over when the sun had come up, you know, and I guess this is, and you guys, I got so much to tell you, man. It happened here. Okay. Damn, if you're going to be world's dumbest criminal, can you switch it up a little bit? So, excuse me. But, like over there in the other room, I come to this room, same thing happened. The sun has come up. They're thinking I'm getting up, so they're letting the people know this is an alert. She is up. As a matter of fact, the idiot next door to me, whom I told this, and I don't care who know it, don't let me catch you by yourself. Please. Who had the nerve to start following? I guess she thought I was joking until this happened. I went to Big Lots. Big Lots is no longer there. I don't know if you guys have a Big Lots in your area. And I get out of my vehicle. She was big, bad, and bold. She thought I was joking with her. So I heard this voice talking, a very familiar voice. Parked, I'm parked, and then you got this the space that can where people can come and go, and then on the other side people can park. Okay, I heard this voice. I politely got back in my vehicle, backed up, went right because when I was out the vehicle fixing to go in, I looked over there and saw her vehicle. I got out, went over there and parked right next to her. How about this heifer was pretending like she was asleep. I loudly said, blew the horn and everything. I went up to the window. You better pretend like you sleep. That's the best thing you can do, because I'm going to snatch you out of that vehicle. You on the driver's side pretending like you sleep in the parking lot. Good for you, because you let this window down. You open that door and get out. You not getting back in. And I meant every word of it. I can't stand a pathetic, whorish, excuse my language, female doing undercover shit. Excuse me, you guys. I do apologize. It is what it is. To women, and you supposed to be a freaking female. And trust me, I was fixing to use the other word. How low can you go? I don't condone it, but I can see some of these men doing some of this stuff. But you a freaking female? No. Meaning it has never even dawned on your dumb self that the same thing you doing to me, it can happen to you. That never crossed your mind. I guess you don't have one. You gotta have one for it to cross it, right? Anywho, that's the second time the mattress and me and my baby. You know, I'm getting up. I'm just really just turning over, but I did get up. Because the cameras are watching you. They could sync with how you sleep, how you get up, or she just turning over. You know, their sleep pattern. These are somnophiliacs. Look up somnophiliacs. These are people who want to see you sleep because they want to imagine raping you, molesting you while you're asleep. Third time, this was a charm. AT&T was coming the next day to put not because AT&T was coming. I love to keep my place clean. I really, really do. So I'm mopping the floor. I'm doing all this stuff, right? Even though I got to the point where I wasn't doing anything else in that apartment, just like here. I'm not fit to fix my shiggity up so you can watch me in beauty. Are you serious? Now, I had started, but I'm through. This is it. I'm moving right along. So I go in there into the living room, and I took my baby's number 2. These are my room dividers. My room dividers have been the ones that you see. Go to DIY project. Go to my YouTube channel. They were supposed to be finished by now. Not, because I'm having to use them to help shield myself. Just like over there. Was supposed to be finished over there. Nope, had to use them to shield myself in all kinds. I only have 4 of them, 2 panels each. So what I did, I got 3 of them, or all of them actually, and put my baby down on the floor. And as far as I can go around, I put them and made a U basically, because I only had 4 of them, so I couldn't take it all. This is a twin mattress. Couldn't take it all the way around. So when I look up, the only thing I can see is a ceiling fan. I'm trying to hurry this up. So when I look up, I see the ceiling fan is 7:03 in the morning. You guys, AT&T's coming at 9. I don't really need that much sleep. I never have. But I'm gone. Soon as I turn over and face a particular wall in my living room, this was the charm. This was the 3rd time. Now, if I heard some horns blow this time, you're watching me. Something is going on. Confirmation. As soon as I turned over and faced that wall, you guys, only had 2 hours of sleep, because actually less than an hour and a half. I got up right at, an hour and 45 minutes. I know me, an hour and 45 minutes. Soon as I turned over to the side, bump, 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 bump. She's up! She's up! But lie. That was a lie. That was a lie. That last part, she's up. That partially a lie, because this same idiot would say this. But no. This was the male voice outside the window, but next door. Outside, but next door rather. She's up. And he said something else. What did he say? Something. No, the horn blew. Bum, 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 bum. And then that's when he says she's up. You guys, I have to go. I have so much to tell you. You guys be careful because someone's going to get hurt. You know, it's just certain people that some people look at you as a victim when they look at you like, yo, oh, she's so soft. She's not going to do anything. Woo woo. I hate to put family in this, but I can tell you this. If I call 5 of them right now, I'm going to say it again. They would tell you, look at her. The best advice I can give you, and that goes for the males and the females, because she just really don't give a damn. Leave her alone. Because when she gets you, gender has nothing to do with it. She grew up with 4 boys. She going to beat your ass. I'm just telling you. She going to do it. And then she gonna get right back on there and be intelligent, the person that she is. Hasta la vista, Buenos Aires, buenas noches, arrivederci, avrevoir, salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Ciao Bela, ciao Belo, smooches. This is the longest Soup for the Soul that I've ever done. Bye. Oh, well, this is not a Soup for the Soul. I forgot. Bye.